Hello everyone. How are you? Hope you are fine. Today we can learn the difference between physical properties of metals and non-metals. Let's begin. Learning objectives. To compare metals and non-metals. To differentiate metals from non-metals. To compare physical properties of metals and non-metals. Hi Sam, how are you? Hi Sahil, I am fine. What are you doing now? I am doing a project my teacher gave me. The project is to compare the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Can you help me? Sure, first we can compare the physical state of metals and non-metals. Physical state. Most of the metals are solid at room temperature. Mercury is the only known metal to occur in liquid state in nature, at room temperature. No metal exists in gaseous form. Non-metal are generally solids or gases. Non-metals like sulfur, phosphorus and carbon are solids. Non-metals like hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen are gases. Bromine is the only non-metal which exists as liquid at room temperature. Malleability and brittleness. The property which allows the metals to be hammered into thin sheets or foils is called malleability. Most of the metals are malleable. Gold, silver, aluminium and copper are highly malleable metals. Because of this property of metals, they are very useful to us. Non-metals are non-malleable as they cannot be beaten into thin sheets on hammering, rather they break up into small pieces. The property due to which non-metals break up into pieces on hammering is called brittleness. Non-metals are generally brittle. Ductility. Most of the metals can be drawn into thin wires. The property which allows the metals to be drawn into thin wires is called ductility. Gold and silver are among the best ductile metals. Copper, aluminium, iron and magnesium metals can easily be drawn into thin wires, so they are very ductile. The wires inside the electric cables are mostly made of copper metal. Non-metals are not ductile. When stretched, non-metals like sulfur and phosphorus break into pieces and do not form wires. Luster. Most of the metals are lustrous, they have a shiny surface. This property is called metallic luster. The shiny surface of metals makes them good reflectors of light. Because of their metallic luster, gold, silver and platinum metals are used for making jewelry and decorative articles. Non-metals do not have shiny appearance like metals. They have dull appearance. However, iodine and graphite show some luster. Conductivity of heat. Metals are good conductors of heat. Silver is the best conductor of heat followed by copper. Aluminium and iron are also good conductors of heat. For this reason, they are used for making utensils and water boilers. However, bismuth is a poor conductor of heat. Non-metals are poor conductors of heat. Diamond is the only non-metal which is a good conductor of heat. Hardness. Metals are generally hard. For example, iron metal is very hard and strong. So iron metal is used for construction of bridges, railway lines. However, sodium and potassium are soft metals. Non-metals are not hard or strong. They easily break when a large weight is put on them. Only diamond is the hardest, naturally occurring substance. Tensile strength. Metal usually have high tensile strength. The property which allows a substance to bear a lot of strain without breaking is called tensile strength. For example, iron can bear a lot of strain without breaking. However, zinc has low tensile strength. Non-metals have low tensile strength, so they break easily. However, carbon fiber has high tensile strength. Density. Metals have high densities but sodium and potassium have low densities. Non-metals have low densities and are very soft, but diamond has high density. Conductivity of electricity. All metals are good conductors of electricity. Silver metal is the best conductor of electricity. Copper wires are used in household electric wiring and aluminium wires are used in electric cables because copper and aluminium are good conductors of electricity. Non-metals are poor conductors of electricity. For example, sulfur and phosphorus are non-metals and they do not conduct electricity. However, graphite is a non-metal which is very good conductor of electricity. Sonority. When we push a wind chime, it produces a sound. When the metal pipes in a wind chime strike each other, they produce a ringing sound. The property of producing a ringing sound by a metal when it strikes with a hard material is called sonority. Non-metals do not make a ringing sound when we strike them. Thus, non-metals are non-sonorous. Melting and boiling points. Metals generally have high melting and boiling points. For example, iron metal has melting point of 1535 degrees Celsius. However, sodium, potassium, mercury and gallium have low melting points. Non-metals have low melting and boiling points. For example, the melting point of sulfur is 115 degrees Celsius. However, diamond has a very high melting point. This is the summary of what we learned. So did you understand? Yes, thank you for your explanation. Thank you for watching. See you next time.